Sorry. I'm sure that's been pine time for a minute now. Hi, hello. How is everyone? I'm good. I am delightful now that I have a beer in my hand and I'm here with y'all. And freshly showered. So, if you've ever watched me fresh out the shower, you'll see this go from stringy weird hair to poof as the night goes on. But hello, hi, welcome. Hi Bug, hi Tabby, Valentine, 334. Jennifer, hello, hi. Tonight we're playing Final Fantasy 14. Tomorrow, Final Fantasy 14. Hey Laura. Wednesday I'm taking off for myself. And probably to work on next week's videos so that when we do the birthday bash this week, I'm not missing 2 weeks of videos. Thursday, I want to start FF4, but if we still haven't completed these last 2 patches, where am I? No, okay. I don't know where I am currently. I think I'm onto the breach or here be dragons, one of the two. Depending on how long it takes us to attack these last 9 quests and get them done. Of course, you know how it goes. Lots of cutscenes, blah 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 blah. Slow that down. We might still be playing Final Fantasy 14 on Thursday. Friday, Renegade actually has something she has to go do, so if we don't get to FF4 Thursday, we'll get to it Friday. Saturday morning, of course, we're doing the birthday bash for yours truly, 39 years old. So Renegade and I will probably play It Takes Two at some point during my birthday. Probably, more than likely. So look forward to that on Saturday. What else? Really all I got for me. That's the so no videos this week other than streams. Next week I will at least I should be able to get y'all Minecraft and Hades. And I need to start using like the announcement feature on YouTube. I know there's a way. Also, we are 39 subscribers away from 250. Of course, I said that I wanted that. Wait, that should be private. No one should be able to see that. That is private. Okay. So like the stream, share the stream, get the butts in the seats, and we will hopefully hit the first goal by birthday, and maybe 300 by the end of the year. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be a good, strong momentum going into 2022 for the channel. Also, it's the last few days. Well, actually, since Bun Boy is currently winning, oh, not the Crystarium. Since Bun Boy is currently winning, we're gonna have to wait till Saturday to Fantasia. So there. Thank you all for a wonderful streamiversary stream. It was 12 and a half hours of fun and delightful, even with the trolls, the low effort trolls that came in here. Y'all were absolute champs, and thank you for that. Thank you for putting up with the BS and all of that jazz. So, y'all get Lord Potato for a couple more days. Alright, so onto the breach is where we are. We have 9 quests to complete everything in Endwalker content. Well, main Endwalker content. It was fine, Tabby. It was the most low effort shit ever. I guess I could take Al down. It was the most low effort trolling. It wasn't even like worth mentioning, but it is something that I don't necessarily want on the VOD, so I'm gonna be scrubbing the VOD at some point and putting it back up. Yeah, it was weird, like, it was just weird. It was strange, and I just... Like I said, it was low effort, it's hardly worth mentioning. Oh, we just, had racist, named, followers. So I had to mute alerts. Alerts are still muted, by the way. I had to mute alerts, and you literally, because of the way modding is on YouTube, there is no quick way to just automatically ban them. So you have to wait for them to say something in chat before you can really ban them. It sucks. Hi, Ember. Speaking of trolls and low effort. Ah! Yes, let's not stand in the rain, in the dark. Go where we can actually see something. It's a lot of people.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. 'Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital, and live to tell the tale. much less in times of civil war.
Which troll?
Thanks to them, we may
Valentine?
plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrics. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Teleforoi's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us.
I can't wait for you to get into this, Laura.
Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar, and that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania.
Hi, Kimmy.
The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Of course.
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
Yep, and he's put a lot of faith in her.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Alrighty then. Alright, so that's onto the breach.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamoldva and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
Hi, Eleanor.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fudola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Aldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So that's going to be the thing, Laura. When you play Final Fantasy XIV, the first,
So the Empire's finished, is it?
60 hours of the
But
game.
that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat.
The first, 60 hours of the game, you're going to get used to a lot of voices. And then when Heaven's Ward gets around, you get around to Heaven's Ward, all those voices change. Because they changed voice acting agencies. And they've been with that voice acting agency since.
And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I a part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Look at the little fist bump. Give him that old fist bump, Alfie.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way. Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh? It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both.
He is a sweet bean.
While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Ah, bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru. Ah, I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But
of course,
he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
that just leaves Graha and Alizé. Or they're not going to say what they do. Alright, real quick. While the quest is completing, remember, friends, if you're watching the stream and enjoying it, I would greatly appreciate you hitting that like button. If you're new here, just lurking about, and have decided that I'm a pretty decent chat, well, I wouldn't mind a subscription. It'd be nice. So, you know the rules. You know the things to do here on the YouTubes. Smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notifications, all that jazz. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I really do. As I yawn. Nani? Been so long since we've been in Foundation, I forgot where everything is. But it is still one of my favorite songs in all of Final Fantasy XIV. And I don't know what that is. Like, I guess it's the mix of the organs and the big boisterous he says as he goes into a softer part of town. They do not. They just have the webpage.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be
easy to use on mobile, actually. They do have a mobile site. I do know it's easy to mess around with my account on the phone when I'm at work. There he is.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
Hi, Estinian.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Oh.
Too long.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Estinian. 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 Oh, Estinian.
Quieter, though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged?
Bro, run!
Ugh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side. To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
And then you have Graha being a fanboy. Oh, Alizé's fantastic.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alizé shouting. Estinian! It... No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
It was bad enough confusing them, but then to put his hand on her head?
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again.
He's lucky he doesn't have a rapier in his rib right now.
What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
Aww.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald. Huh, good luck to them. It hasn't been easy being his sister, I can tell you that.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again, and I'll throw you overboard.
Well, Laura, all of the dragons... Well, not all of the dragons.
I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
So you have Bahamut, you have Tiamat. Throughout Final Fantasy lore, other dragons of note have made appearances. Most of the dragons have...
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less... blunt?
Most of the dragons, other than Bahamut and Tiamat, all are Nordic. Like, you have Hresvelgar, you have Nidhogg, you have other Nordic deities named as dragons. Yeah, Bahamut has been a series staple since Final Fantasy 1. Oh. So, Estinian has kind of melded with Nidhogg, and feels concerned for Tiamat and other dragons, which is a mighty leap from the Estinian we originally meet in Heavensward. There she is. Looks like everybody else is catching up on story before Friday. It's the rush. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Is it the one I shared a while ago? Elecnor? Final Fantasy Union? Because they're pretty good. If it's Final Fantasy Union, they also do like the history of classes, the history, they do all kinds of
much like
evolutions
those
and
held
histories of
here in
Final Fantasy.
Asla. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished. Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Stydian's here to get her riled up. Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire, but words shall have to suffice.
Ale
you two were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
When our own star faced annihilation, Hydaelyn granted a sanctuary, and now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow. For the debt I owe to Hydaelyn, all those who suffered them for my sins, I shall fight with you, children of man. Alrighty then. Alright, we run around and do stuff for Graha. So we getting ready to free Tiamat. That's swell. Also, I want you all to know, Renegade is ready for another session of It Takes Two, because she immediately, like on Sunday, was like, so when are we playing again? I mean, it's about as good as any other ideas they've ever done. Yes, 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 this is the node we're looking for. Oh man, we are. Okay, good. I think we're gonna get through this tonight. It's 8, about an hour in. Yeah. As long as the next dungeon doesn't require a huge leap in power. Item level. Welcome back, Valentine. Nice. Valentine, you missed Estinian making a giant ass of himself because he mistook Alizé for Alphino. Let's just say Alizé was not thrilled. He's lucky to be alive. I would say he is lucky to be alive. That's not to be assessed all that creation. So we're just doing multiple treatments to try to get Tiamat back even keel. Correct.
Ugh, no! I'm almost there!
Let me guess. Either Graha or Estinian. Oh no, me and Graha.
This is it, Angelo! Alice, please. Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed. Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
Angin Slåss an all folket aften.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
She's in an
Alphino's ready. It's time.
Here we go.
Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Bahamut an Ul Jas Ul Asa Face.
By the gods!
She's massive.
Urianger, your timing could not be better.
It worked.
Understood, we're on our way.
Rather, she's not eating them.
It's
so...
Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Where's Midgard? He's
Did you hear all
around.
that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Yo! That Dragoon jump, baby. Yeah. Most Dragoons are. Not Freya? Freya's Final Fantasy IX, right? I'm sorry, but a Dragoon jump is just showing off. This is what I love about this game. We can be all classes. Papashine! So, Alphino, when you get your new toy, that's the question. Granted, he's not going to get it until Endwalker, but... Alright, let me guess, it needs 500. $490, sorry. Near the very end. She doesn't change into her new get up until near the very end of it. $474. As far as what I have seen, nobody gets new clothes in Endwalker. This is their gear for the rest of time. She's pretty. What's my money situation like? I might go buy the pants. Oh, let's see here. To the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. I don't necessarily want to spend the money, but at the same time, oh, I'll take it. 98,000? That's easy. All right, that's 480. What's the pants situation like? I don't wanna. What's the... I have head. I think earrings was the next. I don't know why you're getting pings, but the game's on. Oh. What the hell has happened the entire first quarter? That can't be right. There we go. Huh? I do not. These stats can't be right. Oh no, we just started. Okay. We just started. Sorry. What do you mean? Third choker offending. Item comparison. Shadowless necklace offending. Okay, that's technically an upgrade. No, I bought one of these already. That's good. And I have one of those. Sounds about right. So... Pants? Pants would probably do it. Which means I need to pull 50 grand out. I don't want to pull 50 grand out. Pull 60 grand out. So I have some traveling money. No, go away, Olafel. Actually, $500,000. $500,000 for new weapon. There, someone got a payday before, Are you... Ears, neck... Technically belt, but I'm not spending money on a belt this late, this close to Endwalker. Technically, the circlet. Damn tanks and needing tanky stuff. Are there any ears available? Ah! I'm spending so much money just to get geared to do this. But this is quicker than, I don't want all of it. It's just because I'm a hoarder of money. And I don't like spending money for gear. $4.90 on the dot. I'll take it. It's true. What are you doing that in, Blaze? What's tomorrow? Oh, Stone Block. I love Stone Block, though. Oh, yeah, it's the update to that game. Pretty much what you gotta do. Sounds about as good as my current situation with my phone is. There's only one charger that will actually charge my phone. And it's a back and forth on whether or not it will actually charge. Yes, I need a new phone. Wife and I are thinking about switching to Google Fi. But, you know. Alright, let's do this. Now that I look the part, let's do this. What's going on with my Twitter mentions? Oh, thank you. Thank you all for the Twitter love. Thank you all for being here. Reminder to like the stream if you're new around here and haven't subscribed yet. I'd appreciate it. I promised myself I wouldn't keep an eye on the game, but here we go. Oh, nice. Never mind. What did we do? It'll be a long night. That was quick. It's Washington's about the score. Don't update me on the score. Just don't do it. It's gonna piss me off because Seahawks are gonna just see chicken it up and yeah. That's a big shiny bow. Like I said, my sea chicken's probably gonna sea chicken up. That's okay. Just working our way through the dungeon. I hope y'all doing good out there. There's a Sadie dog coming to say hi. Blaze, are you trying to tell me you don't like chicken? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Nah, more talk of work. This is a cool looking dragon. Sad I've got to kill it. This guy's mechanics are annoying. Oh, there went the healer. Me and this ninja, is it a ninja or a samurai? Oh, it's a samurai. Me and this samurai go into town. I'm not gonna survive. Come on. There has to be a safe space there. I also feel like this dungeon's gonna be rough with a scholar. Don't run into the ball. What are you doing, Bard? Alright, I get that mechanic now. Well, everyone's survived past 50%. That's a bonus, right? I think everybody has to get rid of their electro burst there. Anybody but a scholar would be nice here. If I'm being honest.
What took you so long? The Amalja are in trouble. Let's split up.
They are the most ignored healing class of Final Fantasy XIV. Astros and White Mages get a lot more love as far as mechanics and updates, and it's just a rough healing class to play. And I drop my tank stick randomly. I just fat fingered it.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh, keep him right there. Yeah, if there were attacks that automatically reduced your yeah, that would suck. Bard just took the shot to the face. This is a cool boss. Sorry, focusing on killing the thing and the stuff. Hi, hello. Y'all are great and I love you. Oh, you kidding? No, we got it. Good. if we had gotten that thing to 1% and then it kicked us off there, I was gonna be mad. Nice. Yo, this is cool. Wait, are we already gonna... Okay, we're gonna already fight Bahamut. Cool. A little bit, but it has kind of been building up to this 3 through 4. Like, this is the last couple patches before any update or any expansion do feel a little. We're gonna get you here. We're gonna get you here quickly. We're gonna get it done quickly. Buckle up. Let me just tell you, the luck of my villagers ended with good boy, cute good boy. Oh, here we go. Cool, Mega Flare. All right, let's do this. Oh, neat. That's a neat trick. Ow! That was a mega flare on my face. Yo! Oh, good. Vulnerability fell off. We're down to 30%. I'll take it for a first attempt. Aw, crap. Nope, that's the wrong spot. Any time today DPS, somebody want to limit break this? Anybody? Thank you. Sure. Sherm is the goat dude. I got some mouse and some elephant that looks like a teapot. Don't know if I know how to describe her.
Soul Ash An Esk Snodo in Antal An
Noble warriors, The dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice. The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Garleans who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
Alrighty then.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Correct. We are making peace with all of the beast tribes finally. Oh no, our boy got caught. Oh no, he's not caught. But those are Amalja in there.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
Oh, that's a copy, Ifrit?
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, Kimmy. Kimmy. Also, Shadow Ifrit is an interesting choice, and not at all what I was expecting. Wait, what? Would bloody figure that I took a wrong turn. Oh, I guess I could have just teleported here. Oh well. Hi, Uncle Fart. You sound delicious right now, Uncle Fart.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish
Hey,
I
Thorn.
had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Oh, he's getting ready to get a smack. Good girl.
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better, and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
I mean, we always want to smoke Fordola. It's just the way she is. I love how that guard was like, the three of you, because the Stynian's totally back there behind that pillar.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now,
oh, look,
we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
So each tower is in each region that a primal lived in. So the Ixal were being taken away to summon Garuda. The Amasha to summon
is the
Ifrit.
means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive.
I would expect
They
so by
invoke
now,
their
Elinor.
gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind,
So,
summon a
hold on.
primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
Let's talk about how cool and how absolutely close to melting Final Fantasy XIV servers must be. Because you literally, every person in the game is instanced at a different point of the game. So all of this exists at the same time, And as you do the quest, the layers get peeled apart. So now that we're in the point where the towers have shown themselves, we can see them, but they've always been there. Right? Beyond the veil that we can't see until we reach a certain point in the quest. How 14 does this and makes it all work is astounding. Because you think about it too, like everybody could be in the city state, right? Like everybody could be in, say, Foundation. But depending on where you're on the quest, the NPCs are placed in different places throughout the city. Ah!
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities. For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Yeah, you would have to, yeah, Eleanor, you would have to think that it's, but still, that's wild.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table.
Negotiating.
And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
Oh. Hold up. We weren't gonna, oh no. Is he talking smack now that Washington's up? My boss is talking some smack now. No, he's a Giants fan.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
He just likes to talk smack because he's a Giants fan.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Go blue. Alright, so where are we at? No help for them Giants fans. Oh. All right. Sports, woo! Listen, don't be like that. All right, so we are on the last 3 quests. Hell yes, that means you know what that means, right? That means like tomorrow, playing 14, I could just do stuff. I could level an alt. I could do stuff that's not just tunneling the main story quest. It's all I've done. Not that I've complained, it's a fantastic story and I love it. But it'll be nice to be able to feel like I can focus, I can just chill. Hi Cole. I can just chill and enjoy some other things. Maybe go do relic stuff. Alec, are you there? Oh, yeah, you are. You said something about sports ball.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time.
Of course you would, Kryle. Weapons quests. Are weapons only gotten through primals? And primal extremes? Of level primal extremes?
Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Yes, you heard that correctly.
It is possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
I'm just looking for how to take my weapon from, I think it's at 470 or 430 or 470, and getting a better one that's not garbage.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus.
Sharlayan is the home of all of the Scions.
But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough.
That's a plot point in Endwalker.
If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
Yeah, kind of thinking about that too.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly? When Elidibus sought to make warriors of light. That was the voice which calls constantly to all who might hear it. I spoke of direct communication, when Hydaelyn communed solely with you. A far rarer occurrence.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian,
thank you, Valentine.
We stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. one in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
Oh, Alfie looks like God.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing.
It looks like Alphinaud's going through that section of character development he went through between the end of A Realm Reborn and into Heaven's Ward, and the fact that he's questioning everything now in his head, which is obvious that he is, hits me hard.
I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Yes!
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
Estinian is just a Elizin from Ishgard. He just has a special connection with Alphinaud.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
Yep. Basically.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
All right, come on now. We're gonna finish this tonight. I'll go a little bit longer if if I have to. What? Oh. Homeboy's looking for a new weapon.
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure.
No, he didn't miss.
It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
Omega.
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
Are they gonna show it? Oh, of course they're not. Alright, we're on the final stretch. We have a weathered lionheart. I have my class blade. Oh, don't worry, I'll show it to you by the other night. So yeah, it's trials as opposed to duties that give weapons. Right. Okay. Estidian just likes to avoid people. Because now he's avoiding Ishgard because he doesn't want to get interrogated by Aymeric. It's like, I don't want to go to see the signs because of the Baldassian woman. He was talking about Kryl. Now he's joined the Scions, and now the opportunity to go to a council meeting of all the alliances. He's like, no, because I don't want to get grilled by Aymeric. No, there's Valentine's boy. Here come all the beast tribes. Ixal. Okay.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Did the Namazu
Information
make
on
it?
our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
So the Salgan don't understand sarcasm. Got it. Careful around them, Valentine.
Yistola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
I said, the Sahagan don't take to sarcasm well, so be careful around them, Valentine. They don't understand it, apparently.
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Love you. And yes, kobolds being walking thesaurus is the best thing. Worst thing are the worst thing is not the pixies, but whatever those sylphs.
What is it, Soulwalker? Do you not express your passion thus? A little quickie will outdo, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
The Sahagan voice? Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Make mock of the Ixal, the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets, pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
I don't think you're supposed to like their voices, to be fair.
We accept!
Praise me!
Like, say what you will, they do a very, very good job of making sure
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
They do a very good job of just making sure you recognize that they're not just another humanoid. Does that make sense? Like, all the other races of Eorzea, at least all the playable races of Eorzea, they all have voices that seem still pretty human-ish. Like, even though they're elves or they're potatoes or they're Rogdoran, they're giants, all of them have voices that still sound very human. They've done a very, very good job of making sure that the Beastmen have such a distinct, different, not only through the ways of talking, but the voices they give them. Just a very distinct and separate, making sure that you're not mistaking it for another human in the room. And I think that's awesome.
We still have a long way to go,
and yeah,
we're
it should
going
be
to need a
uncomfortable.
lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Probably the kobolds and the goblins are closest to human speak.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Why are you making me name crap?
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
That was the idea behind Alphino's Grand Company, the Crystal Braves. The Grand Company of Eorzea.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Aww. He's gonna cry. Don't cry, Alpha. No, I don't want to cry either.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here,
Oh, you're in Susano.
Might we speak outside?
334 is it one of my favorite icons? In my hubris, I plotted a course of the crystal waves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. My plans came to naught, built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals. The Order was doomed from the first collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Alright. Alright, so now we gotta hunt down the other members of the Crystal Braves. Same though? Like, we could do Beast Tribe quest or something tomorrow. We can, like... My god. I have time now. Go get the pig mount. I was thinking the beast tribes right there that are in that place. Because of the white griffin and things. Pig mount's definitely on the list. It is. Community dungeon runs. No, y'all gotta get caught up. I'm just kidding. When y'all have story stuff, definitely tag me. And I can at least tank for it. Oh, that's rude. That does remind me as well, as of Friday, we'll be able to play with anyone and everyone. Because the walls of the data centers come down. To that, I am looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to crafting changes. I'm looking forward to gathering changes. Probably just those at early release. Actually, that might not go live till full release. Now that you mention it. Yeah, that might not go live until full release, now that I think about it. But to that end, everybody who pre-ordered is at early release, correct? Or did you have to pre-order for... Did you have to select early release as part of the pre-order? Because I know I'm in early release. I made sure of it. Charlayan has sent an envoy, who is due to arrive at Gridania at any moment. And the envoy has requested Alizé and Alphino at the audience. I scarce believe it myself, but I inquired as the envoy's identity. I was told there was one Fortunault Levelar. Your father? So Papa Levelur has appeared. Now, chat, what kind of man do you think the twins' father is? And why it's taken 4 games to us to even meet him? Considering it was his father that was here as a founding member of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. I wonder. I guess we're gonna find out. And here he comes. He's the leader of the Charlayan Forum. What does that tell you?
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortunault Leveilleur. Here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortunault, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health.
I love his coat, though.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
Shocker!
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life. Who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves. But if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye.
For the record, when the twins originally came to Eorzea, Alisaie thought more like her father, whereas Alphino thought more like his grandfather. In the course of the story, Alisaie and Alphino have both come to the conclusion that everything needs to be helped. And it's Alisaie's position wasn't necessarily aligned with the father that they shouldn't interfere, but she did for a time look down on the city-states and their pettiness with each other for a time. And then things happened. I forget which things, but then she shows up as like, hey, I'm here to help.
If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
Yeah, your children rebuke you.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline, but I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war, death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear. I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alisaie, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What?
Father.
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Charlian's hopes for the morrow.
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alize!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Yep, by the way, he's a jackass. By the way, he's a jackass. No, Kryl. I've always wanted to visit Charlian. So, basically Kryl's report is that she has been stopped at every avenue of inquiry, even into the nature of Hydaelyn and everything. And this takes Alphino to think about his father's words. If the end of days was here, we would know. So what does Charlian know? So, it's time to go to Charlian. Well, not now, but at some point in the next expansion. Like Saturday. Alright, here we go. Last quest of Shadowbringers. Fucking finally. So we're going to Cartano. I love this. It's full circle. So Realm Reborn, at the end of Realm Reborn, you were at the battlefield of Cartonel. Now at the end of Shadowbringers, you return to Cartonel in time for Endwalker. Yes, I'm dancing around like a jackass. Hey! I love that guy. Oh, Fordola's here. He's in a weird...
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again. Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them. I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through.
If I remember correctly, he was a Crystal Brave.
Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
And then we fought with him in
There was a
Stormblood.
time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person You think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend.
Okay, I didn't know if it went...
Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go.
I can't remember
I know
much
you've
of
got
that
more important
Realm
things to
Reborn
be
mess.
doing. Just...
And who was
give
a
what I've
Crystal
said some
Brave and who
thought,
wasn't?
all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero, do you know that?
Get him, Fordola.
You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
See, Fordola's not all that bad. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Loading screen, come on. Oh no, it's an instance. It's gonna be like half an hour worth of cutscenes. It's 10:30. We'll kick off with that tomorrow. Hold on. All right, so that's we're gonna finish that first thing tomorrow. Damn, on the very last quest. That's a shame. Oh dear me, Gussie, and Washington's beating the crap out of Seattle. I figured. So yeah, we will finish Shadowbringers tomorrow night and then probably run around, do beast quests, fun stuff like that. Thank you all for coming and hang out with me tonight. It was awesome as always. Awesome as always. I love y'all. Thank you. Buy a TV. Come on, they're killing us. They're killing us. We'll be alright. Thank you all. And I will see you tomorrow night. We will have some more fun. And thank you for everything. So, remember, if you haven't liked the stream, like it before we call it a night. If you've been lurking the entire time, please consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Try to get to 250 before the end of the week. And holy shiza. Okay. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow night. Mwah.